Hi YouTube! So this is week 5 and this is my 5th video. And if you've been watching, you know that my weigh-in was yesterday on Wednesday. And I am very happy to let everybody know that I lost 5 pounds this week. Last week I was talking about how I was a little disappointed because I only lost 0.2. But this week I had a 5-pound loss, so that is great. I'm really excited about that. And that makes my total weight loss 11.9 pounds. So, some things that I did differently this week that I didn't do last week when I lost the 0.2 pounds was I made sure that I didn't use any of my extra points. They give you the extra 48 points on the top, and last week I used all those, and this week I did not. I also had mentioned how I was eating a lot of bread and carbs, and this week I limited myself to just some carbohydrates in the morning, and I made sure the rest of the day I wasn't consuming like a loaf of bread. So I am currently now down to 39 points from my 41 when I first started Weight Watchers. I still think that with my 39 points that I have, I'm very satisfied. I don't feel like I'm wanting more points. I feel like I can really, do the things that I want to do. I'm able to go out still. I'm still able to enjoy, meals, but I'm just a little bit more conscious of what I'm eating now, which is great because for me it was all about portion control, and this program is working so great for me. It's really making me aware of what I'm eating and the sizes of everything. Last week I also mentioned that I was going to be better at measuring things instead of eyeballing things, which was what the meeting last week was kind of about, and I did that. I made sure that everything, salad dressing, oils, everything that I was eating, I made sure that I measured. So that really helped out. And this Weight Watchers meeting this week was about getting moving. And I think that's probably my biggest struggle is getting the activity in, because I am not a fan of working out, going to the gym. I'm just not a fan. And the challenge that Weight Watchers presented us with this week is using at least 5 minutes every hour to do something active. And even that just seems kind of like a pain in the butt to find 5 minutes every hour to do something. I mean, just constantly thinking about having to do something. So, I don't know. I'm thinking that I have a dog, and she has kind of been cooped up all winter, so I was thinking it might be nice to be able to take her for a walk once in a while. She's hyper anyways, so I'm sure it would help her. So that's just one way that I was thinking that I could get moving. Some things that I've noticed that now that I've lost 11.9 pounds, I had a pair of jeans that I was not able to get into, and I pulled them out of the closet and I was able to fit into them. So that was really exciting. It's one size down from what I'm wearing now. So that's great. And in case people are wondering if I've figured out how much I weigh yet, I don't. I have still yet to look at my progress book and my starting weight. I think in my very first video, or even my second video, I mentioned that I thought I weighed 260 pounds. And I was thinking that it was definitely 260 because that was the last time I got on the scale, and it's probably not under 260. And I had mentioned that I think I would feel discouraged if I knew how much weight I was working with. So I'm still kind of in that state of mind, and I don't want to know how much I weigh. Maybe eventually, but I mean, it's working really great for me because I just you know, I want to see my progress with my losses, and clearly I need to lose weight. So knowing that number right now is not that important to me. Other goals that I have, I will be going to the Caribbean in May. So I'm looking forward to that. So I have a couple months, and I set myself a goal here. By May, I would like to be 30 pounds down. That's my goal, and I think that's very attainable. That's losing roughly 2 pounds a week. And as I always say, I have a lot of weight to lose, so it should be a little bit easier in the beginning to shed the weight than it will be when I get closer to my goal weight. And then, so that's my goal, 30 pounds by May, to lose that. So I'm a little bit under 20 pounds away. So I have about 19 more pounds to go to reach 30. So that's my goal. And my aggressive goal, my goal that's like, you know, aggressive, and, you know, it would really take a lot of doing on my part, and especially with exercise, would be 45 pounds by May. So, you know, I just want to keep it out there. You know, it's kind of a fun goal to have, but I'm not going to be disappointed or feel like, oh, I didn't reach my goal if I don't get to 45 pounds. I mean, it's just a stretch goal, something fun to have, but definitely 30 is very attainable. 45 is just kind of a fun number that I thought it would be great if I could lose that much by then. And then some things that I'm looking forward to with losing 30 pounds, it will be kind of nice to be able to buy a new bathing suit, or at least have my current bathing suit fit better. And because, you know, I've always been a little self-conscious of being out on the beach and everything. Although it's kind of funny that the heavier that I got, I kind of used my weight as kind of like a mask, or everything I always blamed on my weight. So I wasn't really that ashamed to go onto the beach, because I was of the mindset, like, no one's looking at me anyway, so what's it matter? I mean, they're not going to look at me, so I don't know, I just kind of hid behind the weight. So it was not too much of an issue, but definitely was always a little self-conscious and didn't always enjoy it. So 30 pounds lighter will be much nicer on the beach. And then I don't know if anybody else out there who's heavier has experienced this, but with flying, the seat belts on planes, they don't have a lot of slack. Like, there's not a lot of leeway there. So there have been times when the seat belt on a plane would not fit me, and I just kind of like hit it. And I mean, thank goodness it didn't get to the point where I had to ask for a seatbelt extender, because I was just able to like put my coat over my lap. But it'll be so nice to be able to go onto a plane and just click my seatbelt, no worries, that will fit. So I think that is it for this week. So I'm going to just kind of stick with what I'm doing and make sure that I don't go over on my points. I'm not going to use those extra points, because it seems like the weeks that I use them, I don't lose as much weight as I want to. I'm going to try to incorporate exercise, and I'm still going to continue cutting those carbs from my diet. Oh, in my last video, when I rewatched it, how many times did I say carbohydrates? I watched the video and I was like, oh my goodness, I said the C word a million times. So try not to do that on this video. So that's it for this week, week 5, and we are in March, and it is March 6th. 2014, I am down 11.9 pounds, and next week, my goal for weigh-in, I would be thrilled to lose between 3 and 4 pounds. So that is all for week 5, and if you like my videos, it would be great if you would just hit the like button, or I see that a few people are subscribing, so that's great. So hopefully you get to see this video and I subscribe to some of you. And until next week, I will be making a video next week to report on my progress. So that would probably come out on Thursday, because I usually I always weigh in on Wednesdays, and I usually always make a video on Thursday. So I will see you here next week, hopefully 3 to 4 pounds thinner, and have a great weekend, YouTube, and I will see you next week. Take care.